This abandoned farmhouse is the setting for some eerie legends. For friends who dared to spend a night here were never seen again. Now, for new friends are about to make the same mistake. Alex, Maddie, Jack, and Riley have all grown up hearing the legend of this house, and how anyone foolish enough to stay here will be taken by whatever force resides within it. But the more they hear the story, the more skeptical they become. If there really was a ghost living here, why hasn't it taken anyone yet? As soon as they step inside, though, things start to happen. At first, it's just whispers, footsteps, and cold spots. But as the night goes on, the activity begins to rise. Riley's the first to notice that the whispers seem to be getting louder as they're exploring. Alex pulls out a thermal scanner to see if there's any temperature anomalies. He scans the living room, and nothing comes up. Then he turns it towards the hallway, and his jaw drops. There's something in the hallway, but what is it? And why does it vanish as soon as he tries to take a picture? The friends split up to search the house, and they find what appears to be a preserved child's room frozen in time. One wall is covered with drawings of stickmen and other figures, and above the bed, there's a torn-up photo of a little girl who looks exactly like Maddie. This scares Maddie, and she quickly leaves the room. She finds another one of the pictures on the floor, and it's clear that the little girl is standing in front of a closet. Something's not right about this closet. It seems to swallow the light and cast an unnatural shadow. And now Maddie can hear a voice whispering her name. As she looks back into the closet, something lunges out at her. She screams and runs away. The others come running, and when they open the closet, they find nothing. Just then, all the lights flicker and go out. They hear a crash from upstairs, and when they go to investigate, they find the attic door hanging off its hinges. Moments later, they hear a knock followed by a blood-curdling scream. Then the front door slams shut and all the lights turn on by themselves. When they go outside to look, they find that the door has been sealed shut, and whoever or whatever is haunting this house is starting to reveal itself. They decide to call it a night and retreat to the basement, where they find an old metal box filled with rusted keys. On the wall, they also find some strange symbols that almost look like they could be ancient runes. Just then, Jack slips and falls onto a wooden board, knocking it over. Hidden beneath is a leather-bound journal. It's in perfect condition, almost as if no one's touched it in years. Inside, the journal is filled with writing detailing the life of a woman named Eliza and her young son Thomas. But there's something disturbing about the illustrations she drew of her son. His eyes are always blacked out, and he seems to have no mouth. Then Jack notices that the last entry ends abruptly mid-sentence, just like someone or something had torn the pages out. As they're searching, Riley discovers a loose brick, and behind it they find a key. It fits the metal box perfectly, but what could be inside it? When they finally pry it open, they find a collection of old photographs. One shows Eliza standing next to Thomas in front of the fireplace. And if you look closely, Thomas's eyes appear to be glowing red. Another shows Eliza holding Thomas, but her face is scratched out. And in another, they see a pair of glowing red eyes peering through the trees. But before they can examine the rest of the photos, the lights flicker once again, and the basement door slams shut. Trapped in the basement, the group hears chains dragging metal moans. Suddenly, a pale, ghostly woman appears in front of them. She tells them they VO awakened her from her slumber and demands to know what they VO taken from her. Before anyone can respond, she disappears. Then the chains start dragging again. Only this time, they're coming from behind the wall. The group scatters as the wall crumbles, revealing a dark void. And when they try to escape, they find that every exit has been blocked. The house itself is reacting violently to their presence, perhaps even trying to protect its trapped spirit. The ghostly woman reappears and accuses them of stealing her child, and she lunges at Maddie, who screams and hides behind Alex. The woman disappears again, and when she reappears, she's standing over Alex. Her face is twisted in rage, and she tells him he'll pay for what he's done. She reaches out and touches his shoulder. Then everything goes black. Jack and Riley wake up, and they're horrified to find that Alex is missing. Then they notice that the basement door is now wide open, and the room is filled with blood. Strewn across the floor is a pile of clothes that appear to belong to Alex. Then they find a series of tunnels leading out from the basement, as if someone or something had tried to dig their way out. They follow the tunnels until they reach the backyard, but there's no sign of Alex. The police arrive, but they don't find anything except for a small hole near the foundation. The entire town shows up to search for Alex, but he's nowhere to be found. Back at the house, his 3 friends are distraught. Riley can't stop crying and she blames herself for what happened. Jack tells her that Alex would want her to be strong and move forward. Then Maddie steps in and says that she wants to know what happened to Alex. No one's looking for answers. They're all just giving up, but she won't do that. She starts digging around the foundation, but she doesn't find anything except for a few old pieces of trash. Just then, Riley looks down and notices that one of the pieces is a locket. Inside is a photograph of a young girl. When she takes it out, the image appears to shift and change. Then they hear a voice say, "Who are you?" Startled, Riley drops the locket and runs away. The friends gather together and Jack tells Riley that they need to get out of there. But as they're leaving, Maddie kneels down and examines the spot where the photograph was found. The ground is soft, almost as if there was a body buried there. With a lot of effort, she manages to dig down far enough to see a small bone. She brushes off the dirt to reveal a skull, and it's clear that it belongs to a child. As they stare in disbelief, the camera falls over, revealing that the house has started bleeding. The friends run away in terror and collapse when they get outside. Then we see Riley standing nearby, watching them with glowing red eyes. The friends are never seen again, and the house continues to stand abandoned in the middle of the woods. Some believe the spirits of Eliza and Thomas are still haunting the farmhouse, looking for their missing child. Others claim that the spirit took Alex and possessed Riley. In a deleted scene, Riley and Jack are sitting on the couch, and Jack asks Riley if she feels anything. All of a sudden, the closet door opens, and a dark shadow lunges out. Riley screams and hides behind Jack as the ghost floats past them. Then the door slams shut, and they both remain silent for a moment. Finally, Jack speaks up and asks Riley if she's okay. But she's already gone, and the ghost is standing directly behind her.